Hey everybody, my name is Mike Montgomery, and today I'm going to show you how to refinish a tub and shower surround using the Dwill Tub and Tile Paint Kit on Modern Builds.
This tub and tile paint kit from Dwill has everything you need: the paint, the hardener, even all the supplies to paint, and the roller. They were nice enough to sponsor today's episode, and I'll leave a link down below. They also supplied a discount code MODERNBUILDS30.
This old tub and shower surround is in decent shape structurally. There's no cracks or leaks, anything I need to worry about. But I am personally not a big fan of this almond colored finish, especially in this renovation where I'm going for a clean, modern look. Basically the opposite of this traditional beige white. Another downside is there's some baked in stains, I think from clay and mud. No matter how much I scrubbed these, they never came out. I've already prepped the shower by cleaning it twice over to make sure that there wasn't any dirt, leftover drywall dust, or any soap scum that can really build up in corners. And next, I'm gonna tear out this old caulk in the seams between the panels.
Once we're done painting everything, I'll come back and reapply new silicone caulk. This came out pretty easy with a utility blade, but you can also use a caulk removing tool. I'll leave a link down below. The kit comes with a couple of sheets of 360 grit sandpaper, and I used one of them to scratch up the surface just a little bit so that the paint has something to grab onto. The masking tape and plastic that I'm using came with the kit, and I'm using it around the perimeter and all of the fixtures that I don't remove. A couple of the items like this overflow drain was easier just to remove, and then we'll reinstall that later, just like the drain right here. And I used a drain removing tool with a screwdriver to loosen it up. Now our prep is complete, and it's time to mix up our paint with the hardener that comes with the kit. I started by portioning out half of the kit because I wasn't sure how much I was going to need per coat. I also wasn't sure if I could mix this up and leave it in the tray covered up between coats, but I'm happy to report that it doesn't dry on you.
And now it's time to paint. I'm really curious to see how this Dwill Tub and Tile Paint Kit works. The directions say I should expect to use 2 coats. For the most part, I'm gonna be using this foam roller that was included, and in any hard to reach areas, I'll use a brush. All of these contours and the faux tile impressions are making this a little bit more tough, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get into all of these grooves, and then I'll worry about the flat portions.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a little bit difficult filming some of these shots where the window was shining right on the shower, especially since the original color of this surround was slightly off-white, and now I'm going with a bright white. But in this shot, you can see that contrast quite a bit more. There's a pretty considerable difference in color, especially in person. By the time I was this far into the first coat, I knew I was for sure gonna need to apply at least 2. Because I had so many contours in this surround, including that false tile impression, I really needed to be extra careful to make sure that I didn't get runs or apply too much where I got drips. It's better in basically every painting application to do multiple light coats rather than heavy coats. There was quite a bit of staining on the tub, and I would blame that on the Oklahoma red clay that we've got around here, and it looked way better once it was covered.
The staining's way worse here at the bottom of the tub, and you can really see the difference between the white paint we're applying and the almond finish with this clay staining.
All in all, you can see how much better the tub and shower is gonna match the rest of this bathroom now that I've been renovating the whole space to be more modern.
First coat's complete, things are going really well. I can still see brush marks or roller marks through that first coat, but I'm hoping with the second coat we'll get full coverage that's completely white and not transparent at all. See you soon. It's been a couple of hours and coat 1 dried really nice. It's super flat to the touch. One thing I'm really impressed with is that this paint self-levels. I didn't get full coverage or opacity on this first coat. You can still see some of the roller marks, but hopefully with the second coat, all of this is gonna even out. I just kept my roller tray covered and it looks like everything is still good to go. Since we mixed in a hardener, I didn't know if this would sit for a couple of hours in the tray, but we are all clear. Let's get working.
It probably would have been smart of me to take off my shoes, but definitely lay down some protective paper into your tub if you've got to get in there to apply a second and third coat. Now this video is sponsored by Dwill, and I'm not allowing that to affect my review or my candid response in this video at all. I basically told them that I would try out their product, and if I liked the way that it worked, then they could sponsor the video because I didn't want to take money to promote a product that I wouldn't use. Now, quick spoiler alert, I am really happy with the results, but you'll have to wait for the afters to see how everything came out. And I'll make sure to leave a link to the tools, materials, and supplies that you'll need for this project in the description below, along with the Dwill paint and tile kit. I appreciate them sponsoring today's episode.
Second coat is complete, and I know now that I'm gonna have to apply a third. I think if this tub and shower was pretty much all flat, I wouldn't have to do this. In my shower, on the flat panels, I've got pretty much 100% coverage, but this shower has a lot of contours on it, so I hope that with a third coat, I'm gonna be able to be done.
I put the stopwatch on, and it basically took 45 minutes to apply a really good, even coat. Really make sure you're careful around all of these corners and edges, and it's helpful to get a brush around some of those really sharp radiuses.
And with that third coat, we should be good.
In fact, I technically applied a fourth coat in some of these corners just to make sure that I really built it up well. After that, I let everything cure overnight. I was super hyped with how things were looking way more modern, and my next step was to fill in this joint where we removed the silicone caulk before. Make sure you get bathroom, tub and tile silicone caulking, and just apply a generous amount, and you can use mineral spirits here, and that'll really help clean everything up. Water doesn't exactly dissolve the caulk, but a little bit of mineral spirits on a towel will help you get a really nice feathered finish. I also needed to do this same technique where the tub meets the drywall. I just needed to backfill a little bit of negative space. And once again, I used mineral spirits to make sure I got a consistent radius. This is a 1-800 super pro tip. Make sure to score the edge of your masking tape with a sharp utility knife before you remove it. That way it doesn't peel or chip any of the paint. It's also helpful to pull it at a 45-degree angle away from whatever you've painted. I had one drip that I needed to take care of. I used some of that 360 grit sandpaper from the kit to remove the excess material, and then once I couldn't feel that drip anymore, I applied 2 coats with the roller. There's a good chance that I'll eventually update all of the fixtures in every bathroom, but I wanted to go ahead and throw these pieces back in, and I used plumber's putty on the drain to make sure that it was a good seal. So overall, this project took about a half of a day to prep, a full day to apply the coats of paint, and then another half day to put the tub back together. But before I show you the afters, I want to remind you what this tub and shower looked like. This off-white or almond color just dated everything. There's basically no chance you would buy a shower surround this color new today, so that really is why it was dating everything so bad. But now, let's go ahead and check out these afters. I am super happy with the results that I got out of this Dwill tub and tile paint kit. Now that this whole surround is bright white, it matches the rest of this renovation. It's modern, contemporary, and looks, honestly, brand new. Plus, it's nice that the waterproof finish is durable and easy to clean. The Dwill tub and tile paint dries to the touch really fast, but it's fully cured in 1 week. And check that out. It's scratch resistant. I couldn't do it with a fingernail. My final thoughts are that I would totally recommend the Dwill tub and tile paint kit if you're working on a tub or shower like this. If the surface you're painting has a lot of flat walls rather than contours, I think you could get by with 2 coats using white paint. Overall, I did 3 with the roller and then 1 extra touch-up coat with just the brush in the corners. And I used exactly 1 tub of this paint. And this says 33 ounces. If you want to learn more or pick up your own Dwill tub and tile paint kit, make sure and follow the link down below. There's also a discount, just make sure and use this code. As always, make sure and like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Mike's First Flip. Bye everybody.